everyone. I am so glad to be crushing on you. I've known who you were for years. I've known about your jewelry. I'm friends with your sister-in-law, and I was like, I gotta get this girl, and I'm so glad to finally have you here.
I know, same.
We had so much fun shooting your picture down at the Corinthian, the Sistine Chapel renditions and everything. I've never had a photo shoot with that much beautiful art in it, so it was really great.
I know, I loved it.
So let's start out right away. I want you to tell us about your jewelry line. How did you decide to start a jewelry line? What's your inspiration? Where do you get your style? It's a very unique style, so tell us about that.
Of course. So my story pretty much is I went to SMU and I majored in English, and I've always loved writing. And so after SMU, I got a job working for a magazine here in Houston, Icon Magazine.
Yes.
And then I was a fashion social editor, and I worked there for a year. And then after that, I ended up moving to New York. And
so what took you to New York?
well, I thought I was gonna write for a magazine. And so, weirdly enough, I ended up getting a job with Alexis Bitar, the jewelry designer.
Oh yeah, I love her jewelry.
I love it. Yes.
His jewelry.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're fine. Yeah, his jewelry. And so I got a job with him, which I never thought, you know, that I would get that. I worked with him for a little bit. And then after that, I ended up going to jewelry design school because I was like, if he can do this, definitely I can do it.
Right.
So I went to GIA, I got certified in gemology, CAD design, and then after that, I went with a girlfriend to India. I took some of my designs.
That's where, because your jewelry has a certain look to
Definite, yes, because I do more of like a darker diamond. Like recently I've been incorporating kind of like more fine, like 18 karat, yellow gold pieces with more stark white diamonds, and my manufacturer there is in Hong Kong, but I started out with kind of like that edge, kind of darker diamond, like rough effect. And so, yeah, I feel like my inspiration, you know, it comes from India. And so after finding a manufacturer there, I went back to New York, I started designing, and then I moved back to Texas, and then I started my company. And this was 6 years ago.
That's amazing. You just decided to do it.
Yes,
and you
I
did
just decided to do it.
And do you draw, or do you?
So on the computer, it's called CAD. So there's a program that you go in, you're able to design like each piece of jewelry that you want, but if I do not use CAD, then I can sketch.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you know that you had that talent or that inclination?
I did.
I
did.
Because
like
from writer to jewelry designer.
I know my whole life. Like I've always loved jewelry. My mom, my grandmother has always bought me jewelry, so jewelry has always been something that I have loved and I was so passionate about. So it's weird how life took a turn, and then, you know, I was able to do that for my full-time job.
Well, this explains when I asked you the question, if you weren't in your current profession, what else would you do? You went back and said writer. So I was like, oh, I wonder where that comes from. Now I know.
Exactly. So I feel like if I did have another dream job, it would be to be a children's writer, because I love children's books. I think they're so special, and so that's definitely something I want to do one day.
That's so amazing. Well, tell us your style. I love your style, obviously, because we have a little bit in common in that department.
I know.
And what is your style inspiration, or?
I would say different bloggers, or like, and I love shopping at Katia and Denise and Katie. They're amazing. They can style anything. I get inspiration from different runway shows. It just depends. But I feel like I kind of like having like a more edgy, but like fun, cute look.
Right. Oh, although you're classic edgy, which is one of my favorite looks.
Exactly.
My friend Deborah Grierson gave me a leather pleated skirt from Katia. I don't know how many years ago. To this day, it is my favorite skirt.
I love that.
To this day.
I love it.
Yeah. So tell us, your skin is beautiful.
Thank you.
Your makeup's beautiful. Tell us a few tips on how you take care of your skin, exercise, things like that.
Of course, I love to get facials. Besides my facials, just my skincare routine, I love using DermaQuest facial cleanser, and it has like stem cell in it, which I feel like is huge. I use DermaQuest moisturizing eye cream every morning and like every night. I use a good exfoliator, of course, but for me it's just hydration. So I use so many different products just to like really moisturize, and then I love my SK2 face masks. I think those are really moisturizing.
Make a note of all this.
Yeah, they're amazing. And then I love walking, so I'm always like with my girlfriends walking in River Oaks, and then I go to Method. It's a Pilates studio, and that's in Rice Village, and so I do that religiously.
The thing I love, I didn't used to walk a lot, but I love to walk with a friend.
Yes.
Because you accomplish so many things in one thing.
Of course, it's like a therapy session.
You're getting exercise.
Right.
You're getting a therapy session with one of your best friends.
Right.
And you're seeing nature, you're seeing Houston. I mean, it's the best kind of exercise to do. It's so wonderful.
I completely agree.
So tell us something humorous about yourself.
I'm very clumsy.
You are? I've never seen you drop that.
I know, but I'm very clumsy. My boyfriend always makes fun of me because I'll have something in my hands that I'll be eating, food is like spilling everywhere, and he calls me butterfingers because I'll pick something up and it drops. My phone's always dropping, so that's something pretty humorous about myself.
So you're like a waiter's nightmare?
A nightmare. I could never do a waitress, ever. I could not even try, I wouldn't attempt, it would be so bad.
So what's the best piece of advice you've ever been given?
I would say with relationships. So my parents have always told me, in different relationships, I always thought if it's a friendship, if it's with the boyfriend, with the girlfriend, I always thought, I can change this person. I can make this person better. No, they're like, a tiger does not change its stripes, No. So I think that to this day, it has been so true because every person I've ever come in contact with, it's just, you are who you are, you know? You can change for a little bit, but still you go back to the same person that you were.
Yeah. And I think the other thing I've learned is sometimes we change as we go through life.
Right, true.
We tend to change.
Right.
And some of the people that were in your life when you were one way don't quite fit in, or new people, you attract new people as you evolve.
1,000%.
So you have to just roll with it. And then some friends you have your entire life.
True.
So, yeah, that's good advice, especially with women like to go in and think they can change boyfriends, and it doesn't work.
No, it does not work. It just definitely does not work.
So what are, I guess you mentioned Katya, what are some other little places that you like to frequent in Houston, whether it's a restaurant or store or little hidden gems?
So I love the Webster.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the Webster, I think it's like great for pieces, for
It is.
bags, for clothing. I think that's amazing. I'm so excited that Nobu opened here because I know, like, I
Do you
love
go to the one
Nobu.
in Malibu, I'm sure?
Yes, and I love that one. It's amazing. And so when I went to SMU in college, I had a Nobu there the whole time. So I was literally there every single weekend. I'm like, why doesn't Houston have one? But finally now we have it, so I'm very excited. And I love sushi, so I love Uchi. Yeah. And then I love Katarabata, which is right over here. It's great. It's staple. I love Mastro's. I love DeMarco, B&B.
No argument from me on all those places. Where's one of your favorite places to travel, or where you may be looking forward to traveling soon?
So I love Sardinia. It's absolutely beautiful.
Okay, I'll add that to my bucket list.
You have to, yeah, it's amazing. And I love going to Anguilla. Oh, it's so nice. You definitely have to go there.
Can you fly right there?
You have to stop in St. Martin.
St. Martin.
And then you can take, and then you can take a boat, or you can fly privately in. So I love those too. I was just in Paris. That was amazing. Then I was in Venice, and then I was in the south of France. That was a dream come true. I mean,
that's amazing. Did you see the video? I have a girlfriend who just sent me a video. You know how Venice flooded recently?
Yes, I saw that.
She sent me this crazy video. I'll have to show it to you when this is over, where people are still eating in a restaurant and being served food, and everybody's wearing their waders.
That's crazy.
I was like, water doesn't bother these people. They're
No.
just like, okay, well, here's your pizza.
We'll go with it.
I mean, it was the craziest video, and it was somebody took it in a restaurant.
That's insane. I didn't see that, but I just saw like all of the flooding.
Yeah.
It was, but not that, but still, it was crazy. And that was just after I was there, probably like 3 weeks later.
Yeah.
I was like, thank God I got out.
Thank God I got out, because I don't know if I could handle that,
No.
Yeah.
No, it would have been really bad.
So, I'm so glad that you have blessed us with your presence, and I've put the link in to get your website for your jewelry.
Yes.
You also sell it at Sloan Hall, correct?
Yes, I sell a lot of jewelry at Sloan Hall.
Yes.
I sell a lot online, and then I have a lot of just direct to consumer, client appointments, trunk shows. I'm doing a trunk show at Bailey Banks and Biddle.
Oh, that's nice.
I'm excited about that. That's over in Town and Country.
Okay.
So yeah, that's just kind of what I'm focusing on right now, and it's the holidays, so I'm very, very busy with client appointments and then just trunk shows.
Well, everyone look at her website because the jewelry is just beautiful and amazing and very different.
Thank you.
So thank you for joining us. That's a wrap. Yay.